We've got to choose a topic for our experiment, haven't we, Jack? Were you thinking of something to do with this? That's right. I thought we could look at seed germination, how a seed begins to grow. Okay, any particular reason? I know you're hoping to work in plant science eventually. Yeah, but practically everything we do is going to fit into that. No, they're an optional module on this structure and function in the year that I might do. So I thought it might be helpful for that. If I choose that option, I don't have to do a desert, dissertation module. Good idea. Well, I thought for this experiment, we could look at the relationship between seed size and the way the seeds are planted. So we could plant different sized seeds in different ways and see which grow best. Okay, we need to allow time for the seeds to come up. That should be fine if we start now. A lot of the other possible experiments need quite a bit longer, so that makes it a good one to choose, and I don't suppose it needs much equipment. We're not doing chemical analysis or anything, so that's not really an issue. We've got plenty of equipment in the laboratory. Yeah, we need to have a word with a tutor if we're going to go ahead with it, so I'm sure our aim is okay. It's not very ambitious, but the assignment only 10% of our final match, isn't it? But we need to be sure we're the only ones doing it. Yeah, it's only 5%, actually, but it'd be a bit boring if everyone was doing it. Did you read that book on germination on our reading list? The one by Grave. I looked through it for my last experiment, so it wasn't all that relevant there. It could be for this experiment, though I found it quite hard to follow. Lost about the theory, which I didn't expect. Just I'd been hoping for something more practical. It does include references to the recent fighting on genetically modified seeds, though just that's quite interesting. I read an article about seed germination by Lee Hall, about seeds that lie in the ground for ages and only germinate after a fire. That's the one. I knew a bit about it already, but not about the research. His analysis of features accompanying the time of the fires and the proportion of seeds that germinated was done in a lot of detail, very impressive. Was that the article with the illustration of early stages of plant development? They were very clear. I think those diagrams were in another article. Anyway, shall we have a look at the procedure for our experiment? We need to get going with it quite soon. Right, so the first thing we have to do is fry our seeds. I think vegetable seeds would be best, and obviously the margin won't be the same size. So how many sort do we need? about 4 different ones. I think that would be enough. There'll be quite a large number of seats for each one. Then for each set we need to find how much it weighs and also measure its dimensions, and we need to keep a careful record of that. That's be quite time consuming, and we also need to decide how deep we're going to plant the set. Right on the surface, a few millimeters tall or several centimeters. Okay, so then we get planting. Do you think we can plant several sets together in the same plant pot? No, I think we need a different one for each set. Right, and we'll need to label them. We can use different colored labels. Then we wait for the set to germinate. I reckon that'd be about 3 weeks, depending on what the weather is like. Then we see if our plants have gone up and why tell how tall they've grown. Then all we have to do is look at our numbers and see if there's any relation between them. That's right. So